You know, because I think at the end I was like weighing, like, before it was like, wow, man. I mean, I think I was weighing like 550 fucking pounds. I was like, wow, bro. When I shedded that weight, and then I shedded the weight within like 4 months. No shit, shedded the weight in like fucking 4 months. I mean, that is impressive. But at the same time, I still wasn't sleeping, so I don't know what the fuck was going on there. Okay, maybe it was my body fucking like really like going into overdrive to save my life, or fucking this and that. I don't know. Um, Definitely still wasn't sleeping, so I had to be being hit with something, and I was definitely still radioactive. So back to what I was saying is that, so why I'm being forced during the DUI bullshit, instead of fucking being like with Ariana on fucking tour, like she fucking was asking me that day under the fucking tree. The bottom fucking line is that fucking, instead of all that happening, I was on fucking probation. And I was on probation, and I was being told I have to go to anger management and talk about my fucking problems, but I didn't do well in a group setting. It's like, well, it's like, well, how is your life? It's like, well, I don't want to hear you whining. And I don't want to hear your bullshit. And why don't you get off the fucking drugs? Because I wasn't on drugs. And I'm saying to myself, it's like, I don't want to hear about your fucking dope habit. I don't want to hear about your fucking crack habit. And that's the whole point. So, oh, you don't do well in group settings and blah, blah, blah. And then I had this really hot therapist. And I mean, like, every fucking time I was in her fucking office, it was like, thank you for freaking showing me pussy. Every time I was there, like 20 times at least. Like, it was like every 2 minutes. I was like, I can't be making her pussy that wet. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna do it next time. Next time, I'm just gonna ask her if she would like her feet rubbed, and I'm just gonna put my fucking head right in her lap, because every time, I mean, it was like, I can see your panties. It's like, why are you doing this to me? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you want me to rape you, don't you? Don't you want me to rape? Not like a goo goo gaga type thing. It's just like, could you? She couldn't keep her fucking legs crossed for fucking more than a minute and a half, and it was like, I was just like, so that was sending me into fucking halfway sexual overdrive. But then on top of that, they were hitting me with other shit, and it was like, why the fuck isn't my turkey working? I don't understand. I choked that motherfucker like it was a Thanksgiving fucking, like the night before Thanksgiving. I was like, just fucking, I was fucking trying to fucking get that. I was like, motherfucker. Not in the office, but well, anyway. So, and then that was just depressing me. And then the point being, so getting back to going to the therapist's office, this was the good part. This is the part that honestly I was like, what's really going on? So I get off the train, and the office was like, it was a decent, like, basic like a third of a mile down the road. And I'd usually like hang out there fucking up near the train station for a little bit, go get some food, go to the fucking therapist. Sometimes I pass out right there on the lawn of the therapist before going in. But the interesting part, now I don't know if this had something to do with the railroad tracks maybe being right there. Maybe it did. I'm thinking it had to do, or maybe it was just high. I don't know if there was high power lines at the point, but there was always birds singing. I was like, oh, hello, birdies. That's great. They're great. It's not like I fed them or anything. I didn't feed the birds. I just had to walk past them all the time, and they were always singing and always happy. But then I'd go to my therapist meetings, and I'd tell my therapist, and she'd completely fuck with my head, and then fucking, and in the nicest way fucking possible, I just wanted to fucking put her on the goddamn desk and bury my faith in her. I wanted her to see Jesus. Anyway, the point being is that yeah, so then I'd walk back up to the train, And that's when, this is what I'm talking about, the 26 or fucking 25 fucking times in a row. It's like all the fucking birds in the trees that were low, all the birds that were in the trees that were like low, where all the birds were singing before, they'd be dead on the ground every time. I was like, wow. Yeah, that had me real fucking suspicious. And like one or two of the times the people were like, yeah, they were like, when I was walking, and then I was like, what the fuck, you know, I was like, I just walked up here a few hours ago, like an hour or two ago. It's like all these guys were fucking cool, man. It's like I wouldn't, they were like, I wouldn't touch them, I wouldn't fucking touch them. I don't know, I'm like, what the fuck happened? This is like one or two, maybe three times on the fucking, on the, I mean, I passed other people, they didn't say a fucking word about anything. But, and I didn't say nothing to them, but there was like two or three people that were even looking at it, and they were like, and I was like, yeah, I just walked up here like 2 hours ago. I'm like, why the fuck are all these birds? Like, I mean, it was all the time, man. You know, sometimes it was just one or two birds, three birds, but there wasn't dead birds there before. But, I mean, like a few, multiple times, like it was like, holy shit, there's like 14, 20, 8, 20, 30 fucking birds are dead. And I'm saying to myself, like, wow, bro. Now, I don't know if that had something to do with the fucking railroad tracks being like right there, or maybe there was a power box that I did not see, that when I started to interact with the radioactivity coming off my body, it amplified that with the fucking box, therefore fucking the birds up magnetically in their fucking, you know, in their fucking skull. Yo, man, look, all I know is that when I walked there, there wasn't one fucking dead bird. And then when I came back, I mean, there was sometimes upwards of fucking like 18, 30 fucking dead birds. Just fucking dead. Like, just dead. Fell out the fucking trees, fell off the wires. Fucking dead. Like, not moving. Like, as in fucking, like, dead. You know? Like, goodbye. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, there was, yeah, man. No, that was like all the time. All the fucking time. Like, they were all singing and happy, and then fucking dead. I was like, okay, somebody's fucking with me, man, right? Somebody is throwing these dead birds, like the fucking cats that had their fucking heads chopped off and shit, right? With the fucking fur tucked into their neck. Like, okay, cats don't die like that. Like, you get hit by a fucking car, you get, you know, fucking hit by a bicycle. You're not, you know, the cat's not gonna fucking have its head not only fucking missing, but the fucking fur, like, stuck down into its fucking esophagus. Like, I was like, wow, dude, somebody, they hadn't, like, this is completely way different than that. But I was saying to myself at the same time, I'm saying, okay, who the fuck is throwing all the fucking dead birds? So yeah, that made me a little paranoid. That was like, okay, who the fuck is following me around? Fucking, you know, wherever I walk, they're throwing fucking dead animals in the path on the way back from where I walk. Like, but seriously, I'm thinking, you know, that's why I just thought of this yesterday. I was like, holy shit, all those birds. It was almost all the fucking time. It was all the fucking time. Every time I walked down to the fucking anger management counselors and blah blah blah, and then I'd come back and there were fucking dead birds everywhere. It was fucking, it's like, why are all the birds dead? It's like, I don't know. There was people there. They were like, I don't know. I was wondering the same thing. It's like, I was like, dude, these weren't here like 2 hours ago. Like, at least 3 people over the course of, like, I don't know how many fucking years did I have to go do that shit for. Yeah, no, it was quite a bit actually. I mean, it might. That's why I'm saying it had to be over fucking. It had to be over 24 fucking times. Like, I mean, by like the fucking like 15th to 20th time, I started getting really fucking paranoid, but not like openly paranoid. I didn't bring it. I didn't. I was just like, wow, it's like anybody else seeing birds dead all the time? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I wasn't like, oh my god, the birds are dead. People are falling. I was just, I was just like, there been like a record number of dead birds lately, But no, it was really fucking weird. Every fucking time, the birds would be dead, and I'd be like, wow, they were all just in the tree singing as like groups, and now there's like there'd be like 6, 7, 8 of them around one tree, and then there'd be like another like 4 or 5 around another. It's like wow, man. That fucking crow was always following me around too. I don't know what the fuck that's all about. That fucking crow started making me feel like fucking Aleister Crowley and shit. Like, what the fuck he said. He's like, what the fuck was that? The whole thing, like the tap, tap, tap on the window pane. It's so fucking crazy, man. It was fucking, you want to talk about freaky. I was like, holy shit, man. I was like, no, I'm like, fucking, is like Stephen King hanging out in the fucking bushes and shit, man. Fucking, he's like, and as Anthony Yaki fucking walks under the tree, we're gonna kill the birds. It's like, and then I was thinking, like, how the fuck are they killing the birds in the first place? I was like, they have to be pre-trapping these fucking things somewhere on Long Island, right? It can't be little old radioactive non-thinking that I was radioactive me, because I didn't realize I was fucking so radioactive. But at the point in time of fucking, I'm saying to myself, so how the fuck are they killing these birds, man? Like, what are they, trapping them in fucking nets just so they could fucking pave the way for fucking the Dark Lord? It's like, holy shit, man. It was crazy all the time. It wasn't like one time or 2 times or like 5 times or even like like, okay, it's getting a little weird, 10 or 15 times. It's like it was like all the fucking time, man. The fucking poor birds, like, they would be singing in the tree 1 minute. Wow, I could only imagine if somebody was paying attention the whole fucking time. There goes that boy. Oh my God. It's like, does he realize when he walks under the tree, like 5 minutes later, all of a sudden the wildlife dies? Oh God. That's a fucking. I mean, if I was. That's what I'm saying. I guess, hey, look, man, people use dynamite to fish, right? Sometimes. I'm just saying. Which brings me to another point, man. Wow, bro, there is some serious shit, because I'm in the store, and as I'm walking out the fucking store a little bit earlier, I mean, it was bad. I've heard M80s. I've definitely heard M80s, and this was fucking, unless it was like fucking 20 M80s all at the same fucking time, because I mean, like, literally when I stepped out the door, I was like halfway maybe through the parking lot, or standing at the just about to get to the curb, whatever. And yeah, somebody let one of these things off, and the first thought in my head was either that's a firework, or that's somebody just fucking hit a transformer and just blew out the fucking like something just popped bad. Like, not no little transformer on a fucking pole. I'm talking something big just fucking popped. And I'm waiting to hear the sirens, and I'm waiting to hear all this shit go flying down the road. No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I was like, is that gunshot? No, that can't be. No way. That's not a gunshot. Like, gunshots, like, no, not that loud, bro. They're not that loud. This thing, I was like, dude, somebody's got to have be taking M80s and tying them together with one fuse and making a stick of dynamite. Like, but even that, I mean, and this is what kind of fucking, like, scared me a little bit because I'm not stupid, alright? And I'm like, dude, that was far away. Like, that had to be, like fucking seriously, that had to be, like, at least over a quarter mile away. Wherever the fucking sound, like, from the time that you know, like, it fucking resonated, I'm saying to myself, there had to be at least a quarter mile to a third mile away, maybe a little bit past that, like a few, maybe 100 feet past that, maybe more. In the end, and then just to range it, I was like, that even if that was fucking really fun. The bottom line is that when I heard this fucking shit pop, and I mean this like on a real fucking level, like when I heard this thing pop, I felt it. Like, I mean, I felt the ground. I felt it up through the ground. Like, I heard it, and it was like, okay, the sound wave hit me, but at the same time, well, close to the same time, like, it wasn't exactly the same time. The fucking ground, I could feel that through my boots. That's what fucking freaked me out. I was like, whoa, that had to be dynamite. They had to be fucking throwing sticks of fucking dynamite. The one guy told me it was fine, and I know that big mortars, obviously, you know, big mortars, I mean, I'm thinking big mortars, but it doesn't matter. Like, even with a big mortar, like, if you're standing near it, which I've never stood next to mortars that big. Like, I mean, I've stood next to some big fucking, you know, some fireworks that make pretty big fucking, but I mean, we're talking like the ground. I could feel the vibration of this thing going off, and there was like 2 or 3 of them. The first one, I didn't notice the fucking the way that I could feel it through the concrete, but I mean, like, from the distance that this thing was set off to where I was, there should have not have been an exchange of vibration. Okay, as far as sound vibration, that was a little bit different, but this was coming from this was coming through the rubber of my boots into my legs, and I'm like, what the, like, I swear to God, I was waiting for every fucking siren to fucking light up the fucking town and to see fucking motherfuckers racing to wherever the fuck this thing was. Didn't happen. Did not happen. But what did happen is that that was interesting. That, I would have to say, was probably a first from the distance that I heard that thing at to from the distance that I heard that thing at to fucking to somehow vibrate the ground up into my legs. That's insane. I was like, no way. And then they did it again, and I was like, holy shit. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, and that's when I started really, I was like, okay, they're all about to go. And nothing happened. So that's that. That's all of I have to say about that and the birds. And yeah, I feel bad now about all the little birds, but you know, like I said, it's like some people hunt with dynamite. If I mean, you know how many times I was like, wow, man, I wonder how fucking. I mean, it was like all the time. It was different birds. It was like, wow, bro, they're all over the fucking place. Like, I really did think that people were just fucking catching these fucking things, and they'd see me walk down. No, I have to walk back up that road in an hour and a half or two, you know, and they were just fucking throwing the fucking dead birds. So I never like walked over to the birds to like figure out like, why were you not here 2 hours ago? Even on the 20 fucking 8th time, okay? You know what I'm saying? I didn't fucking go near the fucking birds. And you know, I know there was the bird flu, and this is supposed to be happening. It's like, no, that doesn't. It was all the time. It was all the fucking time. And they sung such pretty songs. It was like, wow, man. It's like they always came back for more. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they weren't realizing either. It's like, I'm pretty sure they would have chirped something and said, yo, man, you're radioactive. It's like, I know, thank you. You sing pretty in the morning. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know. So, yeah, that's fun. It's like now I can put on fucking massive fucking animal deaths. But not by my physical hand or something that I was purposely doing. But I can say that my radioactivity coming off my body fucking definitely had to have something to do with their magnetic fields in their head. And fucking maybe they were just flying when they went to go fly. Maybe I'm thinking, you know, that's what I'm thinking, is that fucking when I walked past them, everything was good, but then when they went to go fucking fly, they just flew right straight to the ground and snapped their necks. That's what I'm thinking at this point happened. I'm thinking literally like they went all fucking crazy and just flew straight into the fucking, like, instead of fucking like seeing like north or south or fucking like their whole compass was fucked up. And I'm thinking, you know, unless people actually seen it happen, which that's what I'm saying. It's like I didn't bump into any of those people. I did bump into people that were curious 1 to 3 times, 1 to 3 times or so. But yeah, man, it's like I'm thinking when they went to just go fly out of the tree, they just like flew, and then they fucking went straight to the fucking ground and snapped their necks. That's the only thing I could think of. There's no way that because I don't think because I know that they use birds to go into coal mines and shit, but that doesn't exactly make 100% sense. Is like, you know, they're sensitive. It's true, but. Nah, I'm thinking their fucking whole magnetic fucking field in their head got fucked up from me walking past, and what they thought was fucking, you know, north or west or east or fuck, you know, left or right or fucking up and down, like they were seeing wow, bro. So I was like, so basically walking past them, it was, dude, I can only imagine, because that had to be what the fuck it was. They were all dead all the time. All the fucking time. It was like, dude, and I wasn't feeding the birds, so that's 100%. I never fucking threw fucking nothing. I didn't throw nothing. By that time, any food that I had was fucking either eaten or fucking, I never ate. No, bro. There's nothing that I did to these fucking birds except for walk past them, and when I'd come back, they were all fucking, I thought people were, that's what I thought, that's another thing I thought people were fucking throwing shit to them and fucking poisoning them on the fucking ground. But now I'm thinking maybe their fucking magnetic shit, it had to be something with the fucking magnetics, because fucking there's too many of them all the time. And it wasn't just the fucking there, it was other places too, but when I had to come, you know, it wasn't when I was walking to the fucking place I had to go to, it was coming back from the fucking place. And I was like, wow, there's all these dead birds, dude. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. That's like the fucking lights that I was walking under. Like, walk on the one side of the road and the lights go out, and then walk on the other side of the road and the fucking lights go out. And it's like, nah, man. Nah, that's not normal, man. So that's that. And, what am I forgetting? I don't know. Am I forgetting anything? New, yes. I don't know. I think I'm gonna die soon. Fuck them. We're like a sledgehammer. Fuck them. Yeah.